Welcome everyone to what episode is it? I forgot. I think it's episode 22. Oh, it's been a while everyone. Welcome back to the PeerMetals Podcast, and it is indeed episode 22. Thank you all for being here this evening. I really do appreciate you guys for coming through and hanging out with me. Already 5 of you in the chat. You guys are awesome. What's up, Joe the bass player, Cindy? I don't know that one. Mel Overholzer, hello. How is everyone doing this evening? Really appreciate you guys being here. And we're gonna hang out for a minute, see if we can get some more people in here. I'm gonna see if I can adjust my camera. It's been a minute. There we go. Looking good. Average Jane, hello. Matt Chuck, hello. Jekyll Hyde, I appreciate this platform. Well, I appreciate you for being a part of it. Without all of these lovely people in the chat this evening and everyone else who comes and visits the website daily, wouldn't be a thing. So, yeah, it really is all in part of you guys. Yeah, we came up with it and we made it, but ultimately it would be nothing without you guys. So thank you so much. I'm going to turn down a couple things here. The music's a little loud in my ears. There we go. Does audio sound okay, guys? It has been a little while since I've streamed, so don't know if anything's gotten tweaked. Microphone, I could probably pull that down a little bit. There we go. Very nice, Jekyll Hyde. Well, I'm happy I got it right. Thanks for being here this evening. I haven't seen you around before, Jekyll Hyde. What's your username on PeerMetals? How is the kid? The kid is awesome. He is such a happy, healthy little man. Honestly, I think we've gotten really lucky, Ashley and I. Everyone has said that it was going to be all of these different things and you're never going to sleep and yada yada yada, and it has been honestly very, very easy and chill, the whole thing. So your youngest just graduated high school. Wow, that's awesome, Matt. What's up, Blue Collar? Congratulations to him and to you. Does that mean you're about to be an empty nester then, maybe, Matt? Hi, I'm the one who comments from PeerMetals Collections. Oh, very cool. Very cool, Lord knows. Well, welcome in. Appreciate y'all being here this evening. 10 of you guys already. We just started. Thank you guys so much. But yeah, the baby is very, very, very good. Oh, okay, let me see. Jekyll Hyde. Let me make sure. Oh, yeah. You wish, Matt Chuck. One day, maybe. My oldest just got his driver's license Friday. Wow. Hey, that's awesome. And that means you got maybe a couple young ones there, Jekyll Hyde. I'm just starting. What's up, Paul Bryant, aka RX Dog? Welcome in. But the dip, I'll be shopping after. Buy the dip, I'll be shopping after the podcast. Yeah, it is a good day to do some buying. This weekend will be a good buying weekend for people who are looking to catch silver on the downswing. I predict this is just a slight downswing. I think we'll go back into the 70s here when Monday comes around, or Sunday evening actually. Yeah, appreciate all of you lovely faces in here this evening. We are going to be talking about seller fees. I know this has been a widely talked about topic on PeerMetals, seller and buyer fees, frankly. We're going to be talking about both. They have both been talked about a lot on PeerMetals, and we have internally we have done some communication about it, so I want to talk about that this evening. Jekyll Hyde, both boys. That's awesome. I predict 85 by August. Joe the bass player. I think that's pretty reasonable. It's definitely been pretty just flat for a while. Like, no big $10 swings, really. It's been like, $10 swings over like a couple month span, but like nothing like what we saw in January. January was crazy. December and January were crazy. Yeah, Cindy, I hope he's right too. That would be awesome. $85 silver. Oh, $85 silver would not be a bad thing in my opinion. I predict 50 in July. No, Lord knows. We need to set it the other way. Geopolitics and petro problems will drive it crazy, Joe the bass player. See, that's what I thought too, but it almost seems to be doing the opposite. It, like, with the whole Iran war, it really has not done that. It hasn't gone skyrocket like I kind of thought it was going to. I thought the war would really hurt things, but yeah, nope. Here we are. We're sitting here at $68. So, but yeah, a couple new faces in here this evening. If anyone has any questions about anything regarding PeerMetals, what we do, about our processes, about anything regarding PeerMetals, I'm happy to take questions. And all of the people who, like Joe the bass player, Paul Bryant, Matt Chuck, Cindy, you guys are very active in the community anyway. So if you guys have any questions too, feel free to ask. But I think you guys already do that anyway. So, Joe, I can agree with you that Trump has lost the plot. I think he has lost the plot a while ago. Blue collar price is just consolidating off of the $120 rise. It will probably go down to 50. You'll cleared out all the suckers by then. I personally hope it doesn't, but you never know. I think anything is possible, in my opinion. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Well, everyone that's in here this evening, right now, we definitely want to stay around for as long as you can. At the end of the stream, around 8 p.m., we'll be giving away some PeerMetals swag. So you'll definitely want to stick around if you are trying to get a free t-shirt. That's all we have on the store right now. We've cleaned up the store. So it'll be a free t-shirt just like this. You get the little PeerMetals logo. And it could be cool. Could be repping the shirt. But yeah, keep stacking. Stack on, Jekyll Hyde goes. I 100% agree. I think in the long term, we will all be very, very, very grateful that we all have precious metals, because we'll look back at the world economy and we'll be like, yeah, nothing is worth anything anymore. Matt Chuck, the dry fit t-shirt, bro. No, I haven't done that. Paul Bryant, love the new ACH fees. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No one has ever complained to us about it not capping at $5, and we didn't even know that wasn't a problem. Joe, yes, we are discussing fees. That's the topic on my mind today. But if you have anything else you want to talk about, Joe, please let me know. Let's see. Joe, no more stickers. We can get stickers. We just don't have them live on the store at the moment. But I wanted to show off. Let's see if you guys. I'm assuming everyone here knows this already, but if you don't, we have introduced the new way of displaying the fees right before the cart page. So I think what we discovered was that before this change here, it was almost like we were baiting and switching people. The price listed was immediately different the moment you went to add to cart and checked out. Okay, so what we were trying to do with this was a couple things. The first thing is that, okay, now you know the cheapest you can possibly buy it for right off the bat, without going to the cart and getting disappointed that you saw one price here and then you add to cart and it's a different price. Okay, we felt like that it could have been, I think it was actually, I think people were perceiving that as like, oh, it's a different price when I go to check out, I don't want to do it, I'm gonna abandon ship, which makes sense. If you see one price and then you go to check out and it's another price, yeah, people could have definitely gotten mad at that, I feel like. And this is just more transparent. You can also see that we have all the options on here of the different types of fees, so you can see exactly what you're going to be paying out the door before you even add it to the cart, which I think will do everyone a lot of good. A lot of good from PeerMetals' end, a lot of good for the sellers, and all of that. This price here also changed. So this is no longer the price that the seller sets. This price right here includes the bank transfer. So again, not trying to like, why is it one price here and then it's another price here? So we just, across the board on the website, the price that you see here will always include the ACH fee. I would love your guys' feedback. Matt Chuck says, I love the new way. Any feedback on this, we would definitely appreciate. We have gotten some feedback. People have given us some feedback, and I think the overall sentiment so far is that people like this. And you go look at any other bullion website, and they're going to display it the same exact way. So I think it just made a lot of sense. I think it was a logical progression here. I think it's just a smarter way of presenting the pricing. I really do. I think also that this will demonstrate to buyers that, oh, okay, well, I don't feel like I'm going to get ripped off because I saw $70 here and then I go to check out and it's $72. Joe, I want to add items to my cart without clicking directly onto the item. I've seen where there's a plus sign in the top corner of the thumbnail. I like that in addition would increase some impulse buys. Yeah, we don't have that? I thought we had something like that. No, this is a view button, and I think on the mobile app it's also just view. Let me take a note of that there, Joe. I'm gonna send it to the development. And yeah, the best thing about the live streams is like I can talk to you guys directly, and we can kind of move quicker on some things because I can literally just copy and paste what you said, send it over to the development team, and they'll knock it out. The only bad stuff is that they don't have everything you want, which is reasonable. There's a lot of silver designs. What do you mean by that, Lord knows? What do you mean by that? Another thing, guys, we have contemplated on, and now that we have some of our sellers in here, what's the best way to put this? We're not like actively working on this. We've just been toying around with it, and I wanted to save it for here. What if we were to include the fee on the seller end instead of presenting it to the buyer altogether? What are the seller's thoughts on that? If price is spot linked, does the price reflect the current spot price? Yes, Jimmy. The price, let's say this is attached to spot right here. This price changes based on the spot price and based on the variables you set on the listing. That still works. And Jimmy, Um, our spot price updates every 20 minutes. Okay. Yes, Jimmy, it would. Our spot price updates every 20 minutes. So that is, if they buy it in that 20-minute gap, then no. But if they have it in the cart and they come back 20 minutes later, it should update. Yes. Paul Bryant, how many app downloads? That's a good question. I can start looking. On the App Store, I can. It's a little harder to tell. I know on Google Play we have almost 1,000. I think on the App Store is a couple hundred. I haven't checked honestly in probably a couple weeks. So let's take a look. They don't have specific ones you need or you want a reasonable because there's a lot of designs. Who are you talking about? Who's they? Lord knows. Cindy, like your idea about a plus sign. Yeah, I think adding a plus sign would definitely be helpful. What happened, Apple? Why is this all messed up? Okay, here we go. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we actually have a new version of the app we need to put out, so stay tuned, guys. If Shashank is in here, he's probably screaming at me. Why haven't you pushed it yet? I'm sorry. We do have a lot of changes, okay? Okay, 152 downloads on Apple, and on Google Play, because Google's been out for a while, there's 600 on Google. I thought we had more than that. So we have about 750 downloads on the app altogether across Google and Apple. As long as if you do that, you will increase our existing listings by that amount initially. What do you mean by that, Paul? I didn't pick up. I think I'm missing something. Okay, Lord knows the website. They don't have this. I'm sorry, Lord knows. I'm getting confused. The prices displayed as they are now are perfect. It shows the low price like any other bullion website dealer could be ACH where yeah. That's what I'm thinking, Blue Collar. I think that this solves a lot of the bait and switch that people were feeling. Regarding the seller option to pay ACH fee for buyer, could you add this option to the list, just like shipping? Yeah, we actually, I think Shashank's here. Hello, Shashank. I think we already have code for that, but we're waiting on a couple other things to push that. But that is in the pipeline, Jimmy, for sure. Definitely need to add a search feature within buyer's wish list. That's a good idea, Cindy. I still use PC browser. Is there an advantage to using the app? Matt, Chuck, no. Honestly, if anything, you have more flexibility on the website than you do on the app. There's definitely more features on the website than the app right now. But we keep on making changes to the app to try to bring it up to par. The app definitely has all of the basics, right? You can buy, there's the social feed, you can message, you guys know if you use the app. If you move the fees that is charging, okay, that gives us an easy way to increase our listing by that. Yeah, true, 100%. Live auction in the app. I'm pretty sure that's what the new update that I haven't pushed yet has. Is that right, Shashank? It's alright, but maybe add each metal spot price at the top of the screen like Hero Bullion, maybe. Yeah, we have thought about that. Just don't want to clutter the website. You can definitely look at the spot, on the social feed we do have the spot price. It'd be cool it would be Joe the bass player. It would be cool to have a day/week/month in review. Yeah, definitely Joe. Shashank, do we have that? I think that's the shift that needs to be made, Paul. I'd prefer to update my listings manually, but an automated option for folks like you would be ideal. Yeah, because let's just go look at Paul Bryant's listings real quick, right? I think he's still the reigning champion of listings on the platform. Dang, 188,000 metal points. That's crazy. And almost 1,000 listings. You're a machine, Paul. You are a machine. You manage 800 listings on here. God knows what you have on any of the other platforms. And you run your pharmacies, man. And you're married. And you must have kids, too. You probably have kids, Paul. How do you do it? How do you manage your time? What? I need to list a few more, he goes. How do you manage your time? Teach me. Lord knows that's not a bad idea. How about if you click into a listing, it will tell you the spot price depending on which metal you clicked. It's not a bad idea. Late nights, he goes. Late nights. Yeah, I've always kind of been a night owl anyway. Like, for example, last night I was up till 3 a.m. So I understand that. I understand that for sure. Joe, I completely agree with you. I think that will be big. And it's honestly probably pretty easy for us to do. Shashank, I'm going to copy and paste that so that we have that handy. Yeah, good on you, Paul. I envied that because I see, like, you know, occasionally I'll get a message from you late at night. And I'm like, dang, this dude's still up and going. I want to do more live auctions. I've been lazy with that. Yeah. The live hasn't taken off exactly like we kind of expected it to, but it's also probably part of our fault too for not promoting it properly. So we're going to come around to that. It's done. It works. And people do like it. So let's just promote it properly. Good night, all. What's up, Pirates Bounty? How are you doing, sir? Nice to see you here. Thanks for swinging by. Thank you, everyone, for swinging by. And also, if you haven't clicked the like button, please drop a like so that the algorithm picks this up a little bit more and shows it to some more folks so they can get in here. And also, you want to stick around until about 8 p.m. We'll be giving away a t-shirt. We'll be giving away a t-shirt. So stick around. Paul Bryant, love the floor price y'all added on days like today. That has a large drop. Yes. Yep, that was... I don't know who requested that feature exactly. Maybe Shashank, you know. But that was a good feature for sure. Definitely a much... It makes sense. It's a feature that makes a lot of sense. How about you can type in the condition or what? Oh, Lord knows. You're talking about filtering, huh? Lord knows, you're talking about like filtering on the marketplace page. So you're talking about like this. You're talking about putting it over here where you put in a price range. Good idea. That is a good idea. Lord knows. I'm going to snag that. Drop it in there. Good call, good call. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. And that's the first time I've heard that too. So that's awesome. So, okay. Yeah, Cindy, that's kind of how I feel about the whole deal. Like, you can just kind of click over to filter, or you can click over to just view the spot price and then come back. Pirate's Bounty. Why do you think it's difficult, Pirate? What could we do to improve the filter, you think? Paul Bryant, yes, there is a way to see what has sold. It needs to be better. I've been trying to tell Shashank to do this for a while, but I don't think he understands what I'm trying to get at. So maybe you could clarify a little bit more. But, for example, we come to this fellow right here. Shout out KeyMac. It looks like a newer seller here. He has quite a bit of things for sale, so go check him out. But on their profile, you can go to sold listings right here, and you can see what they sold. Now, Shashank, this is a good question. I don't know if this is what this is right now. Is this the price? Is this the price that it's sold for? Maybe we should put a little indicator, sold for blank. Sold for this price. Because it's a little confusing right now. Like, let's go to you, Paul. RX Dog. Look at all of them sold listings. Yeah, so that is working. This wasn't working for the longest time, but we have improved it recently. Okay, I need to get caught up again. Jekyll Hyde. I haven't sold anything on the platform yet, but I have bought a little bit. Hey, that helps everyone out too, Jekyll Hyde. We appreciate you. I appreciate you checking it out. I like to see what's moving. Yep, Paul, that makes a lot of sense. The peer-to-peer aspect is definitely ideal. That was the whole point of PeerMetals. We wanted it to be transacting directly with people. We're here, right? Like, you got to think about us in the middle, because we are kind of in the middle. But for the most part, unless there's a problem, we don't get in the middle of anything. So, and the only time you want us really in the middle is when there is a problem. So that's what we specifically designed. Android, not all filters take. Web is good. Shashank, is that just, are we lacking that because I haven't pushed the update? Is that why the Android filters are so meh? I don't know. But that is something we could definitely improve on, Pirate. I honestly feel like our filters kind of suck in general anyway. And we, with people in the community and just internally as well, we contemplate filters pretty often. Nice. Shashank is the man, okay? Without him, I wouldn't be here. So, shout out to Shashank. You're my brother, man. You really are. I had an issue with the purchase that I bought, and the seller and I see. That's what we really want, right? Like, we really don't want to get in the middle of anything. We just kind of want to be there to host the website ultimately. But if we do need to get in the middle, then we are here. You know, we are here to help resolve problems, and we have had to make some decisions on behalf of buyers and sellers before. Hey, Joe, you know that. So it just happens sometimes. Lord knows. How about treating like you put a listing to trade and then you meet up? So we have thought about, there's definitely going to be a trade feature soon, okay? There will definitely be a trade feature soon. And the best part about it is not going to be any sort of, there's going to be, we're thinking it's going to be a subscription. And it's going to open up the door for trades and other new features that are going to be exclusive to people who pay for the subscription, okay? And the subscription is going to be very reasonable. We're not trying to like make a killing off of that. But we need to make some money somehow. And instead of charging a fee every time you do a trade, you just pay the subscription. Cindy, that's the way it should be, I think. Paul, We're like family here. No need to squabble and can't resolve between buyer and seller. Well, that's very nice of you to say, Cindy. Maybe you come talking with the customer support people who come and chime in there. Matt Chuck, what happened to your hair? It is shaved. I've picked up this new shaved on the side and have all my hair on the top, and I push it this way. It's a relatively fresh cut, so it will grow back. But I actually kind of like it short because it's just so hot. Living in the South kind of sucks sometimes. You can tell them about my problem. We won't go into it, Joe. That's old news. But yeah, you've experienced it firsthand where it is nice to have someone get in the middle. Sometimes y'all have to yeah, exactly, Paul. I've yet to see a seller on here who I think would not correct a buyer issue without them having to open a case. We're all pretty cool, I think, LOL. Viking look. I'll take that, Paul. I'll take it, and I'll run with the Viking look. I will take it and run with the Viking look. I haven't thought of that. And Cindy, to your point, I think that's overall pretty much the case, you know? I think that is pretty much the case. I think a lot of our sellers are naturally like open to fixing problems, which honestly, if it wasn't that way at the beginning, like if we didn't have you guys being so cool at the beginning, we wouldn't be doing this here today. Viking look. Asheville is cool. Cool as in like cool, man, or cool as in temperature. Now, compared to the rest of the South, cool in temperature is true. But even 85 degrees out there, man, it's hot. I don't like it. It's just like Nash is getting younger and younger. I wish. Lord knows. What about rating like the seller has a rating for buyers who can decide if one? Yeah, we have toyed around with that. Lord knows. We haven't made a decision on that one way or another. That's kind of what the metal points was supposed to be for, right? The metal points are like an indication of one's activity on the platform, which can inherently lead to their trustworthiness, I suppose. But having maybe some sort of star rating or something could be an option. Cindy, ain't nobody selling fake silver here. Yeah. See, that's another thing too. Like, we have had some fakes go through, and and everything was corrected by the sellers, and from my knowledge, right? I'm not actively in customer support every day anymore, but most of the time, any fake silver or gold that has been sold on the platform immediately gets corrected by the seller pretty quickly, and it's more like an accident more than anything else. Like, they didn't even know it was fake. If you want to have repeat customers, you have to. That's true, Paul Bryant. Michael Perry. Hey, guys, finally made it in. Hope all is well. Welcome in, Michael Perry. I hope you're doing well this evening. Yeah, a seller comment section for the buyer. That seems... I mean, you think about people like eBay. They have ratings for buyer and seller, and it's all kind of the same deal. It's all mixed in. I don't know if I like that or not. Y'all Pirates Bounty. Y'all should come to my South. Always same temp. What's the temp, though? Is it 70 degrees? I'll take 70 any day. What about the listing that has, like, the less sales get to the top so people can see and it can be fair or no? What are you referring to, Lord knows? T-Bird Larry, welcome in, sir. How are you doing? It is nice to see you today. Thanks for stopping by. And everyone who is in here, you definitely want to hang around for a little while, because At about 8 o'clock, we'll be giving away a PeerMetals t-shirt. You definitely want to get in there. 84, that's too hot. 90, that's way too hot. Give me 70 degrees every day with a slight breeze. Living the dream. Hey, that's good. I'm happy you're living the dream, T-Bird. I feel like I'm living the dream too. I have a good time. I always leave positive feedback for sellers. Got metal points. I'm good with that. That's fair, Metal Matt. Does the bumping of listings actually work for anyone? Or just to keep us engaged? I think it does work, Paul Bryant. I think it does help equate to sales. The person with the lowest sales goes to the top. Oh, okay, I got you. I got you. Yeah, one day when we can figure out actually how to do it, it's kind of been a struggle for us, but having a proper algorithm in there, so like the marketplace feed actually, like, you know, kind of displays stuff that's relevant to that particular person, and it can do stuff like that. So it was 104 degrees here in Phoenix today. I couldn't do that, but I bet it's not humid. 104 and not humid might be okay. You can write reviews in our feedback when you make a purchase. Yes, you can for sellers. Yeah, not for buyers though. Buyers, there's no feedback, like written feedback mechanism. It's all just metal points. It does work. I've bumped random things in the past couple days and they sold later that day. Yeah, bumping does work. I definitely promise you that. But yeah, I mean, I was here to talk about fees, but we've talked about pretty much everything other than fees. Does anyone have any specific thoughts on anything fee related? But we've made some changes the last couple days, so it'd be nice. I thought it was good to address those. And if anyone was here that didn't hear what I was saying about that, I'm happy to repeat it if you want. Ugh, still hot, T-Bird Larry. Yeah, that's hot. It was 80 degrees here, and I'm complaining. Shashank is messaging me personally. App needs to be pushed, bro. Better way to combine shipping. What do you have for recommendations on that, Joe? Anything good? Blue collar, early pay. That's a tricky one, man. That's a tricky one. That is a tricky one. We have looked into that, I promise. We have looked into that. I wish I could just go like spy on whatnot for a day and copy them identically, but I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they can do it. From a legality point and from a cash flow perspective point. Shipping, overages, refunds. They said it was going to be easier. Who's they? Whenever you receive an order, if you verify the purchase, you have the opportunity. Yep. Cindy, you're exactly right. Not sure. The bundle feature isn't completely clear to me. Shashank, I don't know if you're in here, but if you have any feedback on that, that'd be awesome. The more you buy from the cart all at once, Lord knows we cannot offer that because we would make zero money if we offered free shipping all the time for everything. So, yeah, that's a no-go right off the bat, unfortunately, Lord knows. You got to think about, you got to do the math. $200, okay? $200. We make 2.75% on the max, okay? 200 minus 2.75% is $5. Every shipping is more than that. Shashank, no, I think he's talking about bundle shipping, Shashank. Michael Perry, how well is security features for the ACH? So all of the transactions that you make on PeerMetals isn't actually handled on PeerMetals, but is handled on Stripe. Stripe is a massive conglomerate company that has bank grade security. So when you're typing in your card number onto PeerMetals, we don't save any record of it. It all goes to Stripe, and we don't hold any of that data. So we don't even see anything. What we do see, this is the data that we do save. The data that we do save for anything transaction related is only in terms of auctions and offers. And I guess the live shopping as well. When you have a credit card saved on file, what we have for data on our back end is the last four of the card number, the name, zip code, maybe the security code, or not the security code, but the CVC. Maybe Shashank, you can tell me about that. Do we save the CVC and do we save the expiration date? But we don't get the whole card number. That's all saved on Stripe. We don't see any of that. And if you just go to the marketplace and you check out all of those, like your bank account, your any of those options, we don't see any of that. We see the last four of the card number on our Stripe panel, but other than that, that's it. Like we don't have full access to your card. We never have that. Limits on items per parcel is a little unnecessary as it splits carts into several and still ended up combined. Yeah, we're always open to hearing ways we can make the shipping better in the bundle. It's just like making shipping compatible for everyone has been probably the biggest sore point for us, because everyone has a different way they want stuff done, and finding that middle ground is hard. I think we have a pretty good middle ground now, but we're always open to recommendations. So if you have ways that we can, like, direct recommendations for it, I'm down to hear them. Yeah, Lord knows. Yeah, but you can't run a business when you're not making any money. So that's a problem. Neither side wants to pay for shipping, LOL, but it has to be shipped. That's true, Paul. T. Burlary, will Zelle ever be an option? Zelle, with the current laws of the United States of America and with Stripe, I expect Zelle will never be an option. Zelle, Venmo will never be an option. It's just legally we can't do it. Legally we can't do it, and I don't think Stripe will ever do it. So there would be many issues with logistics and receiving free shipping and spending X dollars for multiple sellers. Now, what we do with the free shipping is sometimes we do offer like as a sale, and we like expect to lose money sometimes on those days, but actually it ends up being an overall net positive for the most part, because most people don't hit it. And our threshold is $500. You get free shipping on the days that we run that special. The OGs, I'm sure, have seen that for a while. I don't want to pay credit card fees. Yeah, me neither, man. If you can figure out a way to transact without credit card fees and fall into the lines of a marketplace facilitator and not a money transfer service business, let me know. Free shipping is advertised on all social marketing in the header of the page. What are you talking about, Pirates Bounty? Free shipping is advertised on all social media marketing in the header of the page, ... Now, we do have sellers that offer free shipping, and that might be what you're talking about. Average Jane. How do you get to be a mod? Are you talking about on PeerMetals or on YouTube? Because you are a mod on YouTube. Cindy, free shipping is up to the individual seller, and many do offer free shipping. Bingo, you're right. Little Fusacker, so you can keep me in line, Jane. Pirates, you can filter for free shipping. It says below that each individual seller sets free shipping. Yep. I think more sellers would offer free shipping, but prices go up. I think that's a pretty reasonable thing to think, Cindy. Okay, banned Littlefoot. We're looking into sellers being able to offer low cost shipping, a buyer-seller cost share approach. That's another thing too. I think that will definitely come down the pipeline as well. It's just like the more of this you add, and then you have to like have ways to filter that on the marketplace, and then I think it just gets confusing for people. Like, part of the problem is people get confused. They look at all these features and all these options and they're like, ah! And it's scary for some people. I get it. So we're trying to do our best to make stuff polished, to say the least. Joe the Bass player. I do free insured shipping for all items because the first time you need it, it pays for itself. Bingo. And Joe, I've always said to everyone on here, if you're not willing to lose the money for it, you should probably insure it, even if the buyer didn't do it. Because ultimately, a lot of the times, it's on the seller. If the package never gets received by the buyer, the seller's flipping the bill for the most part. The best way to not... Well, Matt, you're not wrong. The best way to not pay credit card fees is to not use a credit card. Yeah. Michael Perry. So what if you buy from several different buyers in a given day, but have to pay shipping from each seller? Is there a way to have a code for all sellers to utilize and give? So you think about it, Michael. You buy from 3 different sellers, 3 different items. That's 3 different packages. That's 3 different costs involved. I mean, on average, that'd probably be about $20 worth of shipping. It's just like where does the money come from to pay for that over and over and over again? You know, like that's the problem. I can offer free shipping, but I'd just increase my price by $5 per item. Yeah. Every social ad states free shipping for transactions. At the end of the shipping here is cheap compared. You talking about our ads? Like are you talking Pirates Bounty? You're talking about like the social media we put out? Metal Matt. Yeah, I don't know the legality on that, Metal Matt. That's... You just get into the murky realms, man, of legality, and I'm not trying to go to jail. You know, like, they'll put me in jail for some of this stuff if it's not done right. Yeah, Cindy, I think that's... Yeah, okay. I think, Cindy, you're right there, because I don't check every social media post that we make. Like, that'd be... With my current workload, that'd be impossible, right? I have high trust in Jeevan, our social media guy, to get that done right. And I'm pretty sure he does specifically say it's like a per seller deal. So, yeah, you know, this type of this type of industry, man, yeah, Cindy, you make a good point. How would PM take their... See, we're not really, like... Let me kind of go into some more details here about it. So, I'm going to do my best. I also don't want to give away all my cards, right? I'm going to do my best here to walk a fine line. So, PeerMetals is considered a marketplace facilitator. Just like eBay, Whatnot, whoever else you can think of. Poshmark, Grailed, all these other platforms, right? We are a marketplace facilitator. The moment you handle funds certain ways or offer certain services a certain way, you then become something called a money transfer service, okay? At that point, it opens up this big field of regulatory burden that I have talked about with some of you guys in the past, okay? That regulatory burden would probably be $20,000 to $50,000 a year in legal fees. You have to deal with the FinCEN, which is a United States government stuff, and I don't want to deal with that. First off, I don't have the funds to deal with that. Okay. Second off, we don't have the funds to handle it. We don't have the manpower to handle being a money transfer service business. You know, maybe in the future we can get that license and we can consider doing that. It is something that I am a firm believer, and I think we all are probably about on the same page, that we don't really love crazy government overreach. And we also like to have government as little in our lives as possible. And in the modern world of selling precious metals online, there's only so much of that you can circumvent. And our current platform is specifically designed to circumvent heavy scrutiny and government regulatory burden. Yeah. So that's like it sucks, man. Like living in the United States, dude, like the amount of just red tape you have to go through to do anything, it sucks, you know. Well, thanks, Jane. Thanks. We no, but like we've specifically built this platform to not be a problem that way, you know. And Stripe helps us do that. Stripe is needed because they act as Stripe holds your funds for you, okay? That ensures that we're not being the money transfer service business. Stripe is actually holding that burden for us. So without Stripe in the picture, it's pretty much impossible to run a business like PeerMetals legally, okay? So, T-Bird Larry, what we've considered is adding additional features in a subscription model, not just subscription model. I think that would be not a great thing. I think in the long term, a fee structure is going to be the way for this business to properly sustain and be profitable, i.e. PeerMetals. I think a subscription model, it makes it not as possible. But I think a subscription model on top of a fee structure, or maybe getting discounted fees or something along that, will help more in the short term than the long term. And it also just gives people extra features. And that's really what the subscription is going to be based off of. Is like everything stays the same, but you just get access to more cool stuff. What's up, Jesus? Welcome in. I think the only way to eliminate buyer processing fees is for PM to absorb it and increase seller commissions to offset it. Sales would increase and buyers would stop feeling put out. Cindy, I think you are exactly right. Based on all of my legal research, talking to professionals, discussing this internally with Shashank, customer support, Brianna, and other people, I think that is the only realistic way. You know, so. Yeah, most of the other mid-sized bullion sites use Stripe. What are you talking about, Paul? You talking about like other marketplaces or something else? I for trade option, old school. You know, in Pirates Bounty, you know, like, we're not here to replace swap meets. You know, like, this not what we're here to do. We're not here to, like, be the only source. Like, I think a lot of you guys on here, also sell on other platforms. Like, I think that will always kind of be that way. I think we're just another tool in your tool chest. And, you know, like, fees are a part of life, especially with this business model, you know, and you can't make everyone happy. If you want cheaper fees, or if you want no fees, you start looking at other alternatives other than PeerMetals. I mean, there's places like Reddit too, you know. Actually, Reddit r/PMs for sale was a huge inspiration for what PeerMetals is today. Just with the the aspect of having that buyer protection, and also giving it more of a, well, I can't say this about Reddit because it's pretty community over there too, but it's more for the buyer protection. Cindy is correct. I think Cindy is correct. It gets the buyer psychologically get over the hump, even though they will pay more. And Paul, that's also partially why we've done the recent update of displaying the fees as it is now. Well, shout out you, Joe. I'm only on PeerMetals. Well, I appreciate you, Joe. And, yeah, you know, like, it's a big world out there, right? And I appreciate all of you guys for being here and using PeerMetals. And I think pretty much everyone has seen positive value from PeerMetals. But yeah, there's other options. There's different strokes for different folks, okay? And that's just the nature of life. And we're not gonna make everyone happy. We literally can't. Legally and manpower wise, we just can't. So we do what we can to try to make it as even playing ground for everyone. And we do some things right and we do some things wrong, I feel like. And we improve and we make mistakes. And that's just the way it goes, you know. That's all we can do. Cindy, you know, you and I have had personal discussions about that. It's definitely like, you know, it's definitely in the cards. It's definitely in the cards, you know. It's definitely in the cards. But you think about it, right? Like, think about the fee for, as a seller. Let's talk about sellers. A fee for a seller. Right now, if you're at the high peak, it's 2.75%, which is like, no one else beats that already, right? And let's say the seller also has to pay the credit card fee. That would put you up to 5.65% plus 30 cents. Okay? That still beats out every other competition out there. Don't know. Don't know. You can make some people happy all the time, but you can't make them all happy all the time. Amen, Jesus. Amen. Well, guys, I think it's time to run a giveaway, okay? Oh, yeah, Jimmy, let's talk about this. Yeah, because you've messaged me about this, too. Can you address fee bending point for high-valued items, more specifically low-margin, high-value item, such as a full ounce of gold BU? I think what we will probably do for that, I think if what we would do for that, Jimmy, is because we already make nothing. Like think about it. PeerMetals doesn't make a lot of money. Okay, like this has been more of a passion project than anything. But I'll be frank with you guys. My payout isn't from our current sellers like Paul, who sells, I don't know how many sold listings. How many items have you sold? 24, almost 2,500 items, okay? And Paul, PeerMetals probably hasn't even made 5 figures off of you, Paul, okay? Like, I truly believe we can't lower our fees anymore. I just don't think we could survive doing that, Jimmy. I think what could happen, though, is that there might be some sort of subscription that you can pay and you'll get lower fees. And it'll be tiered of some sort. We've contemplated this. Yeah. So, anyway, I'm moving on. I am going to move on to a givey, because I appreciate all of you fine folks in here this evening. And I know a lot of you guys know about the game, right? So where is it? Jimmy, I just don't think I can, I just don't think we can afford to take less. Like, if we take less, the platform goes away. You know? But yeah, my exit, or my plan is not to, like, of course, like, we're mostly in the positive, in terms of, like, operating costs. Like, the platform might make a couple $1,000s profit a month. Realistically, guys. Like, that's straight honest with you guys. But I think where I will receive my value over time will be more of a long-term play instead of a short-term play. Just being honest. Michael Perry, yeah, it is the point of it all. It is the point of it all. We are supposed to make money. Jimmy, do you really think if we lower fees to 1% on gold, we will make more money? Yeah, I mean, we're already, like, massively, like, Paul, thank you. Like, we're massively competitive to other platforms already. 2%, like, if you sell a lot on PeerMetals, like, 2.75% is not big, you know? Like, that, like, if you don't have that in your margin, then maybe this isn't the place to sell it, you know? Like, I don't know where you sell it. Maybe you got it, maybe you go to a coin store. I don't know how to address that properly, honestly. Like, gold does sell on the platform. It doesn't sell as much as silver. It's definitely more lower cost items for sure that sell on PeerMetals. But it's not like we don't get any gold sales. Yeah. Say a 4K gold coin, you still charge 2.75 for the first, say 500. Then, yeah, Jimmy, I just don't think it's feasible, man. I really don't. I get where you're coming from in terms of, like, we lower the fee, we get more people selling gold, but Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. And T-Bird, that's really true. Yeah, you're right. Um, that's where we need to come in, right? That's where Pure Metals needs to come in, and um, you know, that's why. Also, mind you, we have spent less than $1,000 on marketing ever. Okay, we make a crap ton of social media posts. That is our marketing. I haven't I have had a legitimate serious offer on Pure Metals from private capital to invest into Pure Metals to help us grow to the next stage. We're working on that. We need more money to burn essentially, so we can move on to the next stage here. So hey, if anyone here has six figures they want to invest into Pure Metals, feel free to email me. Well, I'm definitely all ears, and you would be handsomely compensated in equity. So yeah. Jimmy, I'm happy to hear what you have to say, Jimmy. And then Jekyll Hyde, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna be trying to do a live stream every week now. Again, part of our marketing efforts to try to ramp things up. Still, you know. I'm sorry if I missed anyone, but what's up, Zach? Yo, new to your channel. What y'all all about? We are Pure Metals is a precious metals marketplace and coins marketplace where you can buy and sell precious metals and coins on the internet. We charge a remarkably low fee, apparently, what the comments are saying, and yeah, we have awesome social features, and we have a really cool website, and we make a lot of social media content informing people about precious metals and coins and trying to drive them to our website. And that's what we do. And these are all the lovely people that use our website in the chat. Shout out everyone here. You make a lot more fee from sellers who I have lost the plot a little bit, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little lost now. Sorry about that. Yeah. So how much would 10 Swiss of America Rolo rounds be? There's about a tube of 10 for a lot. So Zach, we don't really like myself. I'm the owner of Pure Metals, right? I have full equity of Pure Metals, and we don't sell precious metals personally, but our sellers here, we have a lot of sellers in the chat, okay? And yeah, so I haven't seen that particular coin or that particular round even on Pure Metals. So there's a lot of not to say random, but there's a wide variety of things to purchase on PeerMetals.com from all different types of people. So I don't know exactly how much that would go for on Pure Metals. I can't give you a good answer on that, unfortunately. And Paul, Paul, your point to Jimmy, 1% versus 2%. I think what Jimmy's trying to get at, Paul, is the one. If it was 1%, he thinks more sellers would sell gold. But Paul, let me ask you this. And I know you're just one person, right? But Paul, does the 1% versus 2% difference prevent you from selling gold? Yeah, Zach, feel free to come check us out. PeerMetals.com. We have about 4,100 items on there right now. Cindy, you've asked the golden goose of questions, Cindy. You have asked the golden goose of questions, okay? That is the question. That is the question. Jimmy, I think I've explained your point over and over again. What am I missing? I don't know what I'm missing, Jimmy. But I'm happy to hear what you have to say, Jimmy. I don't think I'm missing the point. Richard, welcome in. I haven't seen you yet. How are you doing this evening, Richard? I have some very competitively priced 1/10 ounce gold up on the site. It doesn't move the way silver moves. If the fee would drop to 1%, I would drop my price 1%. It would not sell more. It's kind of how I feel about it. Yeah, let's take... I mean, I'm happy to chat about it. And Jimmy is... I understand, Jimmy. I'm talking directly to you, Jimmy. I understand where you're coming from. I really do. I just think long-term sustainably and also to minimize confusion. Try explaining your concept to everyone in the chat here on a mass scale. It gets hard, okay? It gets hard. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Like, I get what you mean by, like, if the cost is over $500, it breaks it into a different bracket. Kind of like how taxes work in the United States. The exact way you're talking about the fees is exactly how taxes work in the United States. The next tier you get taxed more. The next tier you get taxed more, but how you're explaining it is less. What is it? 70, probably 60, 70, 80% of Americans don't even understand how the tax code structure works in that sense. And that's their own money. Like, I think explaining that to sellers would be hard also, Jimmy. I think explaining your concept to sellers would be hard. Okay. Moving on. Jimmy, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Feel free to message me more about it, Jimmy. I'm happy to talk back and forth with you a little bit more. But it is time to do a givey. It is time to do a givey, guys. So what I need everyone here to do is the following. Okay, let me switch my screen here. Well, first let me get PeerMetals going. Okay, what I need y'all to do, I'm going to make a post here. So what you guys need to do, okay? You need to be logged into PeerMetals.com. You need to have an account, okay? You need to go to the social feed, and you go down here to my post I just made. Not this post. Ignore this post. Come down to here. Come here, drop a comment. You can say literally anything, and then press post, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. Okay, and we're going to be giving away a PeerMetals t-shirt today. So this is your chance to get a free PeerMetals t-shirt, and you'll be entered into this awesome game that a lot of our OGs are familiar with. And Cindy, I don't know if it would necessarily that would be a loss, but I mean, $50 is $50, and you times that by however many ounces of gold you would sell. That's a lot of money. Yeah, well, thank you, Cindy. Really appreciate that. Well, Jimmy, I'm not super familiar on Social Security formula, but I get your concept 100%, Jimmy. I really do. Jane, yeah, I mean, hey, listen, from April 2025 until December 2025, every month was a loss. Okay, every month was a loss. We have, since December, we have been positive in that I can pay all the bills. I'm not making crazy money, but it's positive. We're in the positive, and that matters a lot, especially when you go to try to find outside capital to spend their money instead of mine, because I only have so much money to spend. Okay, I really don't have unlimited resources. All right, we got some awesome folks in here. Do I? Sorry. Look at all those people getting in here. Cindy, you can hear me, right? Yeah, no, my mic's on. Is Nash letting us hash out everything, or am I, or just not hearing him? I think I'm letting the chat hash out some stuff. I definitely let some of the chat hash out some things, for sure. But guys, get into this giveaway. The way to get into the giveaway is the following. You make sure you have a PeerMetals account. You go to the social feed. You scroll down to this post right here. We have 13 people who've commented, but come in here, give it a post, give it a comment, enter, and then you'll be into the giveaway here, and we'll run this little ball pit here, or whatever the hell you call it. Well, Cindy, we did... I think anyone starts a business to make money, right? I mean, this is definitely a passion project, but I mean, ultimately, we're here to make money, right? I don't want that to be misconstrued. Like, PeerMetals, we want to try to make money. We want to be a profitable company. And frankly, we literally can't sustain without being profitable at this point. Like, it's just not possible. So, yeah. But yes, we are in the positive, Cindy. Oh, hey Zeus, that's so nice of you. That is so nice of you. Ashley, she... Okay, guys, there's 18 of you. Let's see how many comments we got. We have 15. Well, I'll give you guys a couple more seconds. The other 3 people, one's probably me, one might be Shashank, so maybe like one other person. We'll give it like another minute to get into the giveaway for the t-shirt. 20 people now. Woohoo! Look at you guys. Thank you everyone for being here this evening. And yeah, you know, this is why I love doing the podcast. It's been a while. As some of you know, I've had a kid. He just turned 4 months today, by the way, which is awesome. But yeah, no, my life changed a little bit, so I used to do these every week for the most part. I'm going to get back into that now, so. All right, y'all, let's run this thing. There's 15 in here. I don't think anyone else is joining in. We're going to run this thing. Thank you all so much for being here. Really cannot do this without you guys. So, and everyone is honestly, for the most part, really positive. You guys are awesome. So let's do this. Boom. And per Average Jane's request, I'm not going to commentate. we're just gonna let it go. And you guys can watch the show, and whoever wins and gets a free PeerMetals t-shirt. Some people say this is the best giveaway tool on YouTube, by the way. Shout out SheepDev. I know he's not here this evening, but SheepDev Tygo made this for me. For us, really. Oh, who's in the lead? Joe the bass player. No, you've said it a while back, though, Jane. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, I know. Like, honestly, the 4 months has even been like... Psh, like it was there, and like he was just born, and now we're 4 months in. It's like, where has the time gone? It's like it just goes quickly. Oh, looks like T-Bird Larry. Oh, or Mac. Oh, T-Bird Larry is the winner. Congratulations, T-Bird Larry. Congratulations, T-Bird Larry. T-Bird, send customer support. I finally have Brianna on our shipping for Brianna is now finally on she's on our whole t-shirt stuff now. So she's managing all of that. So T-Bird Larry is the winner. T-Bird, please send Brianna a message open up a support ticket. I'm sorry. Please open up a support ticket with our on our website. Tell them that you won. Jane, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. Not today. You didn't say that. You have said that in the past. But I'll commentate for you next time, Jane. I promise. Yeah, absolutely, T-Bird. Congratulations. Congratulations. I'm wondering how much of a delay there is right now. But yeah, T-Bird, make sure to send that ticket in to customer support. We will make sure to ship that off for you tomorrow. We'll get it in production and send it out. Please, alongside your support ticket, let me drop a link to the merch in the chat. And if anyone wants to buy a t-shirt, those we have about 50% margin on the t-shirt, so we actually make a couple bucks doing that. So if you want to help us out, definitely feel free to buy from us. But T-Bird, specifically you, my friend, make sure to send us a t-shirt size and a color that you're looking for. Okay. Yes, Paul Bryant, you make the best. Paul, you made the best point of the night. Okay, my friend, you made the best point of the night. We have an absolutely great group. You know, we have the live stream to have the open discussion and dialogue, and I love the fact that we can be transparent. I think a lot of precious metals companies are not transparent. I think some are, some aren't. I think this industry gets a bad rap for being dishonest. So we have, since inception, I think that's why a lot of you guys are still here. Since inception, we have made it a painful point to be transparent and honest and open and try to hear out everyone's opinions. Yeah, so I appreciate everyone for being here. You guys are awesome, all 17 of you, and the over 1,000 people that visit the website every day. You guys are awesome. And I'll be doing these every week now again. I'm going to make it a much more conscious effort to do it. I don't know if it'll be every Friday. Friday seems like a good night for me, but sometimes we go out on Friday nights, so it might be maybe Saturday night, maybe Sunday night, maybe in the middle of the week, who knows. But I'm definitely going to make it an effort to try to do one of these every week again. And that way we can continue to have this open dialogue and talk about new features, talk about things like the buyer and seller fees, talk about whatever, like everyone had stuff they wanted to talk about this evening. So yeah, you guys are awesome. So what time is it? 8:25. I think we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. T-Bird Larry, congratulations again on your t-shirt. If you want to buy a t-shirt from us, go to PeerMetals.com/merch. You can get one of these awesome t-shirts and rep the brand. These are better quality now. It's a nice thick Gildan t-shirt with a nice screen print on there. It does not wear nearly as bad. Like this is the quality after, like, I think I've washed this probably 10 times now, and it hasn't faded at all. So our first round of PeerMetals t-shirts were not as good quality. So now let's go buy the dip. Pirates Bounty, you're exactly right. So everyone, I'm very grateful for everyone here. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a beautiful evening, and we will see you next week, and we'll see you on PeerMetals. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to hit up our support. You can message me. I'm not that good about messaging on PeerMetals. I'm sorry, but I do eventually get back to most people. So feel free to send me a